Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another sad video. Before we get on to the main topic at hand, I wanted to thank our men and women who have served for this country. I want to say thank you so much. I just didn't want to forget you, because I feel like it's because of you that you've made dreams like mine, making YouTube videos online for a living, possible. And as well as creators like Stan Lee and having their ability to create and give us so much joy and love throughout their lifetimes. I also feel like you've helped make that possible as well. So I want to say thank you to our vets, and I wanted to say rest in peace, Stan Lee. By now most of us all know it. It's a pretty sad day, but at the same time, 95, man, I'll be happy to live to 95. If I get up to 95 years old, I'll be glad. But I want to say that I feel like he's at a better place right now. He seemed to have a rough time the last year or two. I remember hearing him talk at Comic-Con last year, and it was only a few months after Joni had passed away, and he just did not sound like himself. He did not sound good. There was like a deep sorrow in his voice, and I was like, oh man, I could tell he's going through a rough time, but he never stopped plugging away. I mean, he went to a ton of conventions this year, and of which I didn't get to see him at, but I think I may have seen him at Comic-Con. I could be mistaken. I think there was a convention that I saw him at earlier this year where I didn't get to meet him, but I did get to to see him on a stage talking, and I did get to actually meet him 3 times, so that was amazing. People say never meet your heroes. Dude, Stan Lee was amazing all 3 times. So first, thank you to Jerry, Nightmare, Sean, and Rodine. The 4 of us were hanging out at San Diego Comic-Con 2009, and I forgot whose idea it was to hang out at the Hard Rock Hotel, but that's where we were, and we all got to meet Stan as he was just walking through, and he was awesome. He was just so incredibly kind. Jerry Nightmare was wearing a whole bunch of Superman gear and everything, and as he goes up to Stan, Stan's like, take that off! And I was just dying. And I got to shake his hand and meet him while I'm taking the picture. I'm like, Stan, I don't know what to say. And he's like, because I was just so pumped. He's like, you don't have to say anything. And he just like put his arm around me and gave me a good tug. He was a very warm person. The second time I got to meet him, it was at Big Wow San Jose. I want to say, and forgive me if I remember incorrectly, but I think Sean Long bought my pass as a gift. I think it was a gift from Sean, and if not, shout out to Sean for being a good friend in general anyway. But also Star Sapphire, Amber, who's no longer with us too, she got a picture of me and Stan, Stan signing my comics for me and stuff, but I could not find that image. Hopefully between now and me posting I find it, but I haven't been able to find that image. I think she had posted it on Facebook, and she had deleted the account a long time ago, so I can't get that picture. But that time, I asked him about, where's our, you got all these awesome superheroes of all these different ethnicities, but how about our Latino superheroes, huh? What about Condor? We got Condor, and I think I had him sign my Condor DVD, And he's like, I liked Condor. It'd be cool to see more stuff like that. He's like, you liked that? And I thought it was great, just his reaction, because it wasn't very good. But, I'm meeting him, and I was happy to get at least one solid Latino superhero from Stan Lee. And he was like, you liked that? He's like, we're going to do another one. We're going to do a full motion picture. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, he said we're gonna do another Latino superhero, but I knew he was just playing with me. And then the 3rd time I got to meet Stan Lee. Big thanks to Mr. Phils. I got to hitch along with Mr. Phils in line and stuff, and I didn't get a picture with him, but I did buy his cologne, and I remember telling him, I'm like, hey Stan, I bought your perfume. This better help me get laid. And he put both hands on and goes, ah! He's like, that's great. I don't even know what it smells like. He's like, but that's very funny though. That's very funny. And I got the finger of approval. Now that finger of approval, goes all the way back to the first time I met Stan Lee. Because when I first met Stan, we got our picture taken and stuff, and then he had gone upstairs to go party, and on his way back down, I was like, Rodin, there he is again, like, we should get him look at your artwork. And Rodin's like, nah, I'm way too shy for that. And I'm like, dude, I'll show it to him. You want him to see it? And then Rodin didn't even say anything. He just started flipping through his book, and I'm like, dude, find a Spider-Man, find a Mary Jane, something Spidey, like, you know, X-Men, somebody. And he found this picture of Mary Jane. So he comes down the stairs, and he's kind of against the wall, so he's kind of blocked off a little bit, and he had his security with him and everything. And I was like, oh Sans, can you sign this? And I was like trying to get him to just look at it and hoping that he would sign it. And his security guard was like, no, he's not signing. He's not signing. He kept on pushing everybody away. Stan's just kind of trying to leave. He's not signing. And I cut around the security guard, and I cut off Stan, and I show him the picture like this. And the guy starts to push the thing away, and Stan just stopped in his tracks. He just goes like that, and the guy's starting to push me away, like, he's not signing. And Stan goes, no, I want to sign. And he grabbed the pen, and he put a signature next to Mary Jane, and because I was showing him the picture, he thought it was mine, so he goes, good job. And I was like, wow, Rodin, that's so cool. He got the Stan Lee finger of approval. So that was back in 2009, where I falsely earned the finger of approval because that wasn't my artwork, so I always felt like I was just kind of like taking that finger of approval and passing it on to Rodin. But the last time I got to meet Stan, I made him laugh, and he's like, that's very funny. And I got my own finger of approval from Stan the Man Lee. Stan, we will never forget you. I can't say enough as far as gratitude goes for all the work that he's done and all the people that he's worked with over the years, and just the collaborations and the fundamental concept of, and this is just something I want to throw out there because this is what Stan did that really changed things, is he had taken something that was creative and awesome and kind of stole that concept and reworked it and changed it up and made it his own. And that's what I constantly try to do with this channel and my art as far as a musician goes. And I think most people should really do that, because I remember reading an interview where he said that he was greatly inspired by the Universal Monsters. And I thought that was awesome, because the Universal Monsters are, you know, you have all of these huge characters in this one universe. You have your Wolfman, you have your Dracula, Frankenstein, Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon. You know, there's just a bunch of these characters, but, you know, I'm not sure if there was an old movie that had them all together. I remember watching Monster Squad when I was a kid. I loved that movie. Still a really good movie. Check out Monster Squad if you have not. But that concept of having, you know, these larger-than-life characters all in one universe like that, he had applied that with the Avengers and everything, and I thought that was just really brilliant, and that's just one of the many great ideas that he had. And the other very inspirational thing about Stan Lee is that he was 40 years old when he co-created Spider-Man, and that's something that we need to think about for those of us that are the big dreamers, for those of us that are the true believers, that are willing to sacrifice a lot to go for the big dream. And that's always been very inspirational for me, because, hey man, YouTubing is still relatively new, and there's a lot of people that think I'm a frickin' moron for doing this for a living, but I'd rather do this than a lot of other gigs that I'd planned to set myself up for, aka, you know, working for the government. I got my bachelor's degree, and, you know, working for the government was something that I did for a few years, and it just did not work out, and this is a dream job, and I feel like Stan Lee directly influenced helping me make my dream job come true, as well as you guys out there watching this. Of course, this wouldn't happen without viewers, and you guys, as I've said many times before, are the best damn viewers in the observable universe, and I want to say thank you very much, and thank you as well to Stan Lee. May you rest in peace. God bless, and thank you. Peace! Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,